Hey there guys, welcome to Dinos Vault and welcome to my first drive review of the Tata Nexon. Now many of you kept requesting me to review this car ASAP and I kept you guys waiting. I'm extremely sorry for that. Well, now that I have the car for review, let's get started straight away. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Prakash from Concord Motors for allowing me to review this car for you guys. To know the exact on-road price here in Hyderabad for this car, you can call the number appearing on the screen currently. The Nexon's concept visualization goes back nearly a decade because this car has been built on the Tata X1 platform, the same foundation that supported the likes of the Vista, the Manza and even the recently launched Bolt and Zest. In fact, I recall me witnessing the Nexon concept at the 2014 Auto Expo and being completely blown away by the interior as well as the exterior design elements that looked way too futuristic at that point in time. And the best thing that immediately impressed me the moment I saw the production variant is the fact that it resembled the concept the closest with very minor changes on the exterior. The result? Well, the car has been a runaway success already. As a matter of fact, the same day that I went to review this car, 5 Nexons were delivered back to back right in front of me. Now looking at its design, Tata claimed this to be a coupe-inspired styling with a sloping roofline, which is the direction that our world is headed into, especially when we look at some of the premium compact SUVs of late. The ivory white accents all around remind me of the BMW i8 concept, especially the tailgate section. Now up front we get the signature honeycomb grille, the powerful projector headlamps for high intensity light spread, and even the feline eye-shaped LED position lamps lend the car a menacing look in the dark. The fog lamp housing looks cool and comes well integrated into the front bumper. The front bumper itself is well sculpted, and this along with the powerful bonnet lines and a really striking front end immediately capture your attention the moment you cast your eyes on this car. Coming to the profile, the coupe-inspired sloping roofline and the aerodynamic profile coupled with the strong character lines flowing across the body really lend this subcompact SUV a modern and contemporary look. Now further adding on the SUV feel are the flared wheel arches and beautiful diamond cut 16-inch alloy wheels. We also get sporty roof rails that look great, but the standout design element has to be the sloping roofline that clearly oozes the Range Rover Evoque influence, which is what distinguishes the Nexon from the rest of its competition. At the back we get the split LED tail lamps that look super cool, and further enhancing the cool quotient is the rear spoiler, the ivory white accent that runs across the tailgate, and a well designed rear bumper that completes what could be referred to as the most radical looking design theme in its particular segment. Now Tata had to come up with something truly extraordinary to grab people's attention from the already successful EcoSport and the Brezza, and believe me, the standout design of the Nexon has played a major role in having people drool over this car with sheer admiration. Now coming to the interiors, I must say I was slightly disappointed because the kind of rich, modern and sporty feel that the car exudes on the outside is kind of missing on the inside. Now we do get what Tata call a layered 3-tone dash that looks nice and decent, especially the silver accent that runs through the center adds a premium feel. The standout feature on the inside has to be the Connect Next 6.5-inch floating dash-top touchscreen infotainment system. Now I tried pairing my phone with the system and it did work well without any glitches. One more feature wherein the Nexon leads the way in this segment without a shadow of a doubt is the music system. The Harman Kardon music system with 4 speakers and 4 tweeters all around is so immersive and so effective that you don't need to add a subwoofer in your car to experience that extra bass. I can say that with conviction because I am a musician myself. Now the music system offers aux port, the USB port, Bluetooth connectivity, text and WhatsApp messages readout and reply feature, call reject with SMS feature, smartphone integration and a whole lot more. The system supports only Android Auto for now. Hopefully Tata will roll out some software update in the future to offer Apple CarPlay support as well. Now Tata also have a host of other apps to make life easier for their customers like the Juke Car app, the Tata Emergency Assist app, the Tata Smart Remote app, Tata Smart Manual app, and even the Tata Motors Service Connect app. Now the Speedo illuminates well when it lights up, and the MID offers readouts to include the gear position indicator, distance to empty, instant and average fuel efficiency, etc. The steering is well sized and offers a good grip, but I personally would prefer a softer touch feel like something that we find on the Verna. We do get steering mounted audio and phone controls as well as voice command feature. The sculpted seats up front with bolstered sides literally hug you in and offer supreme driving comfort. At the back, there's adequate room for 3 average size adults, and the headroom is decent enough despite the sloping roofline. The legroom is well managed too, thanks to the scooped out front seats. Now, talking about areas of improvement when it comes to interiors, I feel the knobs are a little substandard when it comes to quality. They don't do justice to the kind of expectation with which one steps into the cabin, having been really impressed with the exterior design. But I believe we need to understand that cost cutting and compromises had to be made in certain areas in order to keep the pricing really aggressive compared to its rivals. The gear lever felt a bit too flimsy as well, so I hope Tata would look into that for future upgrades now that this car has turned out to be an instant blockbuster for them. Now, talking about other special features that this car offers, we do get automatic climate control with dedicated AC vents for the rear seat passengers. We get engine start-stop system. We do get a rear parking camera with dynamic guidelines along with rear parking sensors, which makes parking in tight spaces completely hassle-free. Now, talking about storage spaces, Tata claimed that they have incorporated around 31 utility spaces across the cabin, which includes a spacious glove box. We do get cup holders up front, we get bottle holders on the doors and even an umbrella holder. Boot space is 350 liters, which is more than what EcoSport and the Brezza offer, and this can be further increased thanks to the 60-40 split folding seats option. Now, talking about safety, we do get ABS with EBD and dual airbags as standard right from the base variant, which is really impressive. I'm really glad to see more and more manufacturers emphasizing safety first here in our market. Now, looking at the engine specs, now what's really special about this car is that 2 brand new engines premiere with this car that are indigenously developed in-house by Tata. First, we have the 1.2 liter Revotron turbocharged petrol engine that puts out 110 PS of max power and 170 Newton meters of max torque, and this comes mated to a 6-speed gearbox. We then have the 1.5 liter Revotorque turbocharged diesel engine that puts out 110 PS of max power and a class leading 260 Newton meters of max torque. Now, this comes mated to a 6-speed gearbox. Now, I got to drive the diesel variant, so talking about my driving experience, to begin with, the seats are super comfy and really offer good all-round support for your entire body and also help you find the right seating posture easily. The electric power steering makes driving through the city an absolute breeze. Adding to this is the shorter turning radius of just 5.1 meters, which helps making sharp U-turns much more easier. Now, the gearbox felt a bit too notchy, especially when shifting from the second to the third gear, but still I would give it the benefit of doubt because the car that I drove was a test drive vehicle. Now, the engine felt a bit too noisy to my personal taste, and having reviewed the Bolt and the Zest earlier, I was slightly disappointed with the noise insulation not being up to the mark on this car. Also, we do get driving modes on board, namely the city mode, the eco mode and the sport mode. Now, in the city mode, the car responds reasonably well. In the eco mode, it feels really sluggish. The sport mode obviously is the most sprightly mode, and the car starts responding almost instantly as you step on the gas. Now, I drove the car predominantly in the sport mode because that is what offers a truly engaging driving experience. Now, thanks to the abundance of torque available on tap, the engine responds really well right off the mark. Overtakes are quite easy and effortless. Now, Tata cars have always been light years ahead of the others when it comes to offering the best-in-class suspension setup. Even their hatchbacks have offered superb suspension, and the Nexon just takes it further to a whole new level. The dual-path suspension absorbs everything that the road throws at it effortlessly, be it off-road or on the tarmac. The car holds its own and offers superb stability at all speeds. Now, mind you, this is not a hardcore off-roader, but you can enjoy a bit of moderate off-roading on dirt roads thanks to the ample ground clearance of 209 mm. The all-round cabin visibility takes a hit here because of the coupe-inspired styling, but that's not something to worry about because we do get a rear parking camera along with rear parking sensors, which make things a lot more easier. Also, the body roll is much better controlled on the Nexon compared to other Tata cars like the Bolt and the Zest. The Nexon gets a 44-litre fuel tank, which is lesser compared to that of the Brezza and the EcoSport, but still, when coupled with its mileage claim, would end up offering decent tank range. Now coming to my braking test segment, you can see here that I'm doing around 95 kilometers per hour and I slam on the brakes really hard to depict a panic braking scenario. You can see that the car comes to a standstill in just 3.87 seconds, which is really impressive. Now looking at the mileage figures, the claim for the petrol variant is 17 kmpl and for the diesel variant it is 21 kmpl. Price wise, the petrol range starts from 5.92 lakhs ex-showroom Hyderabad and goes up to 8.67 lakhs for the top spec variant. The diesel range starts from 6.92 lakhs ex-showroom Hyderabad and goes up to 9.52 lakhs for the top spec variant. Well, that's pretty much it for now. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless and drive safe.